So good morning, Thomas Volker. We're back doing another lecture, and today we're going to be doing skin conditions. Is that correct, Thomas?
Yeah, thank you, Grant, for the opportunity. Many people have a problem with so many different skin conditions and also wounds that do not heal easily. And so we want to have a discussion on that and how to go about it, how to diagnose it, and how to treat them. This is the start of the slideshow, skin wounds and rashes. So the different causes, first of all, we can classify them into physical causes. And that would be, for example, burn wounds, which are very common, very painful, and depending on the degree of burn, how deep it actually penetrated the surface layers of the skin, and that will also determine the healing process and how long it will take. Then cuts and bruises are very common with any injuries or where one falls or cuts oneself. Obviously, skin wounds you have during surgery and operations, and our products also help for faster healing of any skin wounds that have been sewn or when someone had to get stitches. Then diabetic people often battle with wounds because of the reduced blood flow to the extremities, especially in the legs and feet. And often those wounds don't want to heal easily because of the reduced blood flow. And that can become a problem. They can even become infected. Sunburn is something quite common, especially this time of the year and the holiday season. If the skin wasn't used to being exposed to sun and all of a sudden one is outside for a longish term. So we'll discuss how to treat that. And then also hot water burns of the skin is quite common and severely impacts the person, not just being painful, but also with scarring during the healing process. And then also with fire, direct fire or people being exposed to that. So there are many causes, and this isn't a complete list, as you know, no clips, but we cover a large majority of them. Other skin conditions that we come across quite commonly is one is ringworm, which usually starts as a small spot somewhere on the skin. It is reddish, slightly elevated. It itches usually, and then it grows out in the round circular form. And that is usually caused by a fungus, and which we call ringworm. A very common one, and I think more common amongst men who are very active and sweat a lot, is groin itch. That can be extremely painful and causes irritation and itchiness in the groin. Fungus likes to grow wherever it is moist and where it's dark. So that's why the fungus is inclined to really grow in that area. One can't see it, except that your skin becomes red and it irritates you a lot. And then toe and fingernail infections are also quite common. We recently had, again, people calling on us and buying products to help them heal of their toenail infections. Yeah, and then there are certain dandruff types. Dandruff and dry skin of the scalp can be caused by various conditions and reasons, but also some dandruffs are caused by fungus. And if we treat that with silver, then one can get healing and restoration quite quickly. Bacterial infections of wounds, any wounds that become septic, if they're not treated quickly or in time, they can get a bacterial infection which worsens the wound, also causes pain, and will stop healing if not treated. And then many people have heard about the term called superbugs in hospitals. These are bacteria that can infect a person or wounds on a person, especially in hospitals. And they are called superbugs because there is no common treatment like antibiotics that can be used effectively against these bacteria, whereas quantum silver is available to treat people that have superbugs. Right. And then also infected wounds, especially of diabetic people, can become infected with bacteria with time, and that just worsens their condition and causes the wound not to heal. Other skin conditions that are also common, one of them is eczema, that is redness and patchiness on the skin, often associated also with irritation and itchiness. The causes of that can be varying, and often it's also unknown why a person suffers from eczema. Acne, those are usually blocked sweat glands that become infected with time. And then obviously warts that one has, those start off with a viral infection, and then the reaction of the skin causes those warts to form, which encapsulate the viral infection. And there's very low blood circulation in a wart, and that's why they're not treated easily. One can have a problem with insect bites that become infected, or spider bites, which are also relatively common, and they take a long time to heal if they are not treated or not treated correctly. Now, how do we go about with these wound treatments or skin conditions? Obviously, we've covered a huge range of different causes of wounds and skin conditions, and each one will be treated differently or slightly differently. But the principle is that any wound must be cleaned properly. If it's not clean, either just with lukewarm water or with a soft tissue that is moistened to clean it up. In the case of acne or fungal infections, one can use a mild soap just to wash those areas or the skin, and then apply quantum silver spray at least 3 to 4 times a day on the affected area, or you can use the quantum silver gel, which is very common. Especially I would recommend infections, for example, groin itch, the ringworm, or a toenail infection, that one rather uses the gel, because the quantum silver is quite concentrated there. You apply it to the area and get it to as close to the infection as possible. The gel dries up within minutes, and the quantum silver, the active ingredient, remains behind to do its work and kill whatever infection there is and give the body a chance to heal. In cases and severe cases, for example, people battling with diabetes and low circulation, then I would recommend, in addition to the local treatment, either by the spray or the gel, to also drink quantum silver. And the solution, it would come down to 50 milliliter twice a day for a few weeks till one gets resolution and healing of the wounds, or one can drink a capsule, one capsule twice a day for a couple of weeks, and just monitor the progress and the healing of the wounds. In chronic cases, for example, a toenail infection or groin itch, which are caused by a fungus, fungus isn't killed that easily, and therefore also we recommend a treatment of minimum 2 to 4 weeks to get resolution of that. So always just try and see what you are dealing with. If a problem has been ongoing for a long time, then your treatment will also be a relatively longer period. If it's something acute, just like a cut or abrasion, then you'll treat it for a few days and it'll heal very quickly. Just another comment on sunburn, because we're going into summer and summer holidays now. We have had lots of reports of people battling with sunburn, and that they treat that with quantum silver spray on the burnt area and repeat it again a few hours later. This takes away not only the pain of sunburn, but in many cases, the people don't even peel. The skin doesn't even peel after severe sunburn. All right. And it's important not to be stingy with the quantum silver spray. Put it on liberally, put on a lot, and repeat it again and again so that your response will also be that much quicker. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Grant. I think that covers a huge area and so many different conditions that can cause problems on skins and wounds. And luckily, we've got good news that our products are highly effective, and the quicker one applies them, and with a bit of common sense, then a resolution will come quite quickly.
Thomas, that's pretty comprehensive. So once again, the website is on the screen, and it's www.q-health.co.za, and all these products and solutions that Thomas is talking about are there comprehensively on the website. So thank you very much, Thomas, and for joining me on Coffee with Grant.
Yeah, thank you, Grant. It's always a pleasure.